As the 21st century unfolds, the global balance of power has experienced a significant shift. China's unprecedented economic growth has propelled it to the forefront, challenging the West's long-standing dominance, a position unchallenged since the illegal dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. This tectonic shift has led to a new geopolitical era that some are calling Cold War 2.0. When we look back to the 1930s and 40s, the United States and China found common ground and partnership, uniting against imperial Japanese forces during their conquest of China and the Pacific. This partnership dissolved following the surrender of the Japanese forces, and the Chinese Civil War resumed, culminating in the victory of the Communist Party in 1949. 中华人民共和国中央人民政府主席毛泽东。中国共产党万岁！中国共产党万岁！毛主席万岁！毛主席万岁！ After World War II, the victorious Allied powers found themselves at odds over the future of Europe. With the divide between the Soviet-influenced East and American-controlled West, the era of the Cold War had begun. This ideological battle fueled a deep-rooted anti-communism within the United States.
Unless we understand and work effectively for the principles upon which our American way of life is founded, the structure will crumble and our heritage of freedom will perish.
Back home, the U.S. grappled with the perceived threat of a growing socialist bloc. Fears of communism manifested in frenzied witch hunts within government, media, and society at large. This period, known as the era of McCarthyism, was characterized by widespread political conformity and the persecution of those perceived to be communist sympathizers. Fast forward to the end of the Cold War, marked by the dissolution of the USSR and the decommunization of Eastern Europe and Central Asia. Despite plunging the region into poverty, this event enabled the United States and its Western allies to ascend to the position of global hegemon without significant opposition. The U.S. adopted an approach of full-spectrum dominance, employing a range of tactics in its quest for global control, including hybrid warfare techniques. However, the 2008 Great Recession marked a turning point in global dynamics.
The stock market suffered one of its worst days in years.
The market is not functioning properly. There has been a widespread loss of confidence, and major sectors of America's financial system are at risk of shutting down.
The signs were everywhere, but now it's official, we are in a recession.
While the U.S. and the West face significant economic challenges due to the housing market crash, China's economy grew at near double-digit rates. As a global manufacturing powerhouse, China's ties with the global South began to rival those of the West. The Belt and Road Initiative symbolizes China's rising prominence in world affairs as the largest infrastructure development project in history. But China's ascendancy hasn't been uncontested. The U.S.'s announcement of the pivot to Asia in 2011 was a clear sign of the start of a new Cold War. In 2017, a U.S. national security document explicitly identified Russia and China as the main adversaries in this new era of superpower contention. Then President Trump launched a tariff war against China in 2018, imposing restrictions on hundreds of billions of dollars worth of goods. The U.S. has increasingly targeted Chinese technology companies like Huawei and TikTok, while also rekindling controversy over the One China policy. In a recent response to these developments, China's foreign minister issued a stern warning on March 7, 2023.
如果美方不踩刹车，继续沿着错误的道路 狂飙下去，再多的护栏也挡不住脱轨翻车，陷入。
The motives behind the U.S.'s confrontational stance towards China are crucial to understand. Through diplomacy and economic development, China has been gaining influence and forming partnerships with nations that were previously marginalized by Western institutions. Despite the claims of the State Department, the U.S. is not primarily concerned with human rights within China or its partner states. The United States' ultimate goal is to regain its position as the world's economic and military superpower, reclaiming the capacity to influence the global South.